Thank you very much. I have been collaborating with a lot of partners in different capacities in the city, and I'll talk a little bit specifically about that. First of all, it's important to say that I, as a faculty in the Department of Design, belong to the College of the Arts at Cal State Long Beach. And something that is very essential, and I often have to say to people that are outside of the discipline of design, is that design is a service, primarily, not an art. We use the tools of arts, we value art, we make art, but in service of something else. So there are a lot of reasons to engage in design right now because it's adding value, and it's been exploding. The area of user experience design has been exploding, and what we're seeing is that people are bringing design in-house to add value. 98% or 95 to 98% of products fail, and that is one of the reasons that you're seeing these innovation labs all over the city on the campus popping up, because it's an opportunity to bring the rate of success up and to innovate because you're researching and developing a project as you're putting it into the field. So a couple of these quotes that are up here are kind of helpful that say, collaboration gets better results. Teams of 6 or more. There are plenty of studies that are showing if you're collaborating, you're getting better results. You can't design anything on your own. My background is in architecture and metropolitan research and design, so every time I enter a collaboration, I have never been able to build a building all by myself. You hire the best engineers, you find the best social scientists, you get everybody on your team to get the best result, and you value that to get the best results. So in order to have a culture of collaboration, we are so thrilled to be able to work with the city of Long Beach, so appreciative of the culture at the campus that is making it possible for faculty like us to do innovation. The courses that I have been teaching that have been the collaborative courses with the city, they're all test classes, and the university has to make space for that to happen. It's a way to test a class, to innovate, and to put things forward. So these are some of my students. They are thrilled to be working with the city. This is a high-level class. It's at the upper senior division level graduate class, user experience design, and they find the relevance of their education in the city. So very much like the Long Beach Promise, they're starting in elementary school, they're moving all the way through the system, and then all of that experience they have, everything that they've learned, they're applying back to the city, and they're seeing the value of their work, which is very valuable. So we talked a lot about design thinking. Now, this idea of design thinking, it's some of the more rigorous areas of design. You can see that most of it's accredited to the D School in Stanford, but it is not inherently a user-centered process. So social science research is crucial to be able to get the user, the citizen engaged in the process. Out of this combination between design thinking and social science research, we've developed in the studio this experience-based research model that has been getting such good results. So there is a lot of data involved. So we heard data is crucial, generating ideas is essential. Now, we live in a human, messy world with hard data, statistics, and so forth and so on, and Google's predicting the next flu outbreak in Zimbabwe because everyone's searching on it. This power of big data, but also 80% of the data that's out there is soft data. It's tied up in memes, in video, in photos, and a lot of the intelligence and artificial intelligence that is being developed in the IT world is about trying to get data out of that soft data. The most excellent people at doing that are humans at the moment still. We still have a place in the world, in this technology world. And so the students are doing a lot of trying to synthesize the hard data results that we get through our process and the soft data as well. So there are 4 steps in the process that we've developed, and it is an iterative process, meaning it circles around on itself and gets more and more refined as you go. So a lot of people have asked through this collaboration with the city, how are you able to get results so quickly? A lot of people say, we started this process a year ago, a little over a year ago, and what we found was that Bloomberg has a process already in place that is very close to design thinking. So our natural way of working was already nearly at parity with the way that they had their process developed. So it was very easy for us to hit the ground running to develop this. And so the first thing that we always do when we're doing user-centered research is to question the question. You think you know the question. And oftentimes clients hate that because they approach you and they say, this is what we want to do. And then we say, are you sure that is the question? And this is a principle of design that's called the 5 whys. So there's a great example of, I want to lose weight. Why? Because I'll be healthier. Well, why do you want to be healthier? Because I can be more active and engaged in the community. Why do you want to do that? Because then I can be part of things that I feel are more socially acceptable. Why do you want to do that? The social pressure is huge for me to be thin. So the question is not, you want to lose weight. The question is, you want to be accepted socially. So one of the major things that we do in design thinking is first to question the question. So an example of that is one of the projects that we did. We were exploring the domain for Code for America of women. Women are having trouble starting businesses in the city of Long Beach. Through our research, we can tell you it has nothing to do with the chromosomes. It is not that women are inherently different and they can't make business. It's because women are caregivers, and they are mothers, and they are entrepreneurs, and they are taking care of elderly people, and they are active in their communities, and they're going to PTA meetings, and they are feeling social pressure to be thin, and all sorts of things that make it impossible for them to sit down and for 27 days to get their permitting process in an uninterrupted manner. So that information gave us the feedback that the portal, which is doing this in a really excellent way, it tracks you. It lets you keep track of your progress. It lets you re-enter and leave it. So if you have 20 minutes before you're here and another hour and 3 hours on the weekend, it's not tied to the hours that the City Hall is open. You can actually create a tool that's more about being a busy person than it is about women. So that was, through our research, what we found out was it is not about womanness that was actually a problem. So women were time challenged. They were engaged in with a lot of different people. They have a lot of responsibility. Those things became the way for us to create an innovative solution by questioning the question. So out of a lot of research, interviews, the students were out in the field. They have a ton of soft data, video content, and I've shared that with the city, and it is very enlightening, and it's also entertaining. And as we know with the BizPort, there are a lot of videos there. People prefer to watch videos to see what people are saying. We came up with recommendations. So these are the recommendations. Well, that's great. Thank you for your recommendations, ladies and gentlemen. So recommendations are not enough in design, is basically what we're saying. So we have a design and deliver process. So after we make the recommendations, we also engage in, and this is how it gets delivered. We can create the deliverables with the design skills in order to deliver a solution and not hope that someone else thinks your recommendations are excellent and then they take them and deliver them. So this is one of the couple of shows and symposia that we've held as part of our collaboration over 2 semesters with the City of Long Beach and the innovation team. And one of the things, and you'll see there that there is documentation of a lot of the research, a lot of the people involved. One of our students has, obviously, she's on social media tweeting about this right now as we speak. You cannot eliminate cell phones from the classroom, in case any of you are curious. It's not possible. And what they have in front of them on that table is a game. And I'll talk about